Behaviour management and positive interaction in childcare. Children always have behavioural problems, especially because they can't control their emotions or they don't really understand what's happening. Maybe they become frustrated. This is quite commonly found in children with special education needs and disabilities. Perhaps the most common learning disability that we have in children, but also in adults, is what we call autism spectrum. Now, classic autism was identified by the psychiatrist Leo Kanner in 1943. He was Austrian. And he identified this in similar pattern behaviour in children in his clinic. And what we nowadays call Asperger's syndrome was identified by another Austrian, a paediatrician by the name of Hans Asperger, in 1944. Asperger's syndrome is sometimes referred to as high-functioning autism. And basically, the person can have challenging behaviour because they don't really understand the world around them. Very often they won't understand humour or sarcasm, be able to read body language or facial expressions. In some cases, they can take things quite literally. So if you say to the child it's raining cats and dogs outside, the child's going to be looking out the window expecting to see cats and dogs falling from the sky. They can also have fixed habits. You give an autistic child a number of different objects, they will normally set them out in the same pattern. They will have fixed routines. And these fixed routines are vitally important because this is how they control their lives. In special education needs and also with challenging behaviour, we have what we call a triad of impairment. So this affects the social behaviour, social communication, social observation. Invariably, these people can be very good at doing something in particular which doesn't require social interaction. Now, the behaviour part, or getting them to understand their behaviour and positive interaction, is how we teach them how to manage their behaviour. It's vitally important. But don't forget, behaviour can be ingrained. It can be habit forming. Or it could be because of a past experience. You normally find that what works for them, they will stick with, because it gets them what they want. We always need to understand that all human behaviour is caused by need. If you understand the need, then you understand the behaviour. Deal with the need, you've now met that behaviour. Have a look further through the course. Get to understand the different forms of challenging behaviour. The autism spectrum disorders are vast. This is why it's called a disorder. Normally, traditionally, classic autism affects 4 boys to every 1 girl. And what we call high-functioning autism, or Asperger's syndrome, affects 9 boys to every 1 girl. So have a look, find out more about these phenomena. I can also be finding out about hearing loss, because there's also going to be frustration with the child and challenging behaviour.